I'm Yoni.
I'm Ron,
We are the Dodies.
and you're listening to the Brutally Delicious podcast.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, what's up?
I'm
Hey,
Bruce. There's my partners, Chris and Rena.
Hello, Bruce, Chris, and
hello.
Rena. I am Yoni.
Hello.
Nice to meet you
So,
guys.
how the fuck did you make that video? Let's just start there.
Which, with the last video?
The one where you're just in drag and you're on the treadmill.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the last one.
That was great. So,
Thank you.
so I'd never heard of you guys until this. Like, we get the one sheet, and I look at it, and I'm like, oh, I'll watch the video, and I'm like, whoa, this is great. And how the fuck is this a two-piece?
A lot of effects on the guitar, and we plug in the guitar to a bass amp in that song, so it's like double usage.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who came up with the
video,
idea for the video?
Our friend helped us with that video. He's a camera guy, and I don't know. I just figured I wanted to mock the whole cringy TikTok thing that's going on and make fun of it.
And you nailed it.
Thank you, sir.
Cut from a year from now, and there's like hundreds of dance videos of Ran and Yoni, like just all over TikTok. Or they're just,
Yeah, we should upload those. Actually, we've been thinking of that.
So I've got a question for you. How did you get involved with Bumblefoot? I've done a lot of stuff with him over the years. He's a great guy. How did you guys get in touch with him?
We've got a patron, a woman who has been financing the band. She doesn't have many connections to the music industry, but she pushed us forward strongly enough to kind of help us get to people involved in the music industry. And he's been one of them, and he's been really sort of managing us and propelling us forward, doing what he can to keep rock and roll alive. You know what I mean?
You gotta keep rock alive.
you have to. But where did you find her? And are there more of her?
Wow, she's highly unique. Well, she grew up in a small little country town with my mother. She was a punk rocker that turned into being a very successful woman, but stayed punk inside. And she really believes and loves the music. And she made it her sort of mission to make us successful. She's got a tattoo of us on her wrist too. It's pretty
Holy
crazy.
shit.
Yeah.
That's great.
Like, right. I'm not gonna lie. Like, do you know that pit of jealousy that hangs in right here?
Right.
That's awesome. Like, when somebody believes in you that much, how much did that kind of push you guys even further than you thought you could go?
Yeah, way further creatively, and I don't know, like I don't know where we would have been. You know, it's rough being a musician in Israel, and she really gave us a lot of hope, and she still is.
Yeah. Did it also give you like a lot of pressure? Did you face a lot of like internal pressure, like on yourself, like, oh my God, I really have to do this now? And did you face that fear of like, maybe I shouldn't do this? You know, this is crazy.
Well, I get what you're saying. There were moments, especially beside her or Bumblefoot as well, because he's also been really, you know, doing all that he can to get us out there. There have been moments where I felt like deep anxiety to kind of, you know, wondering if we're worth all of what they're doing, you know?
Yeah.
But then again, we wouldn't continue doing what we're doing if we didn't believe in it ourselves as well. So
Rena?
Cool. Rena?
Well, Ran, is that how you pronounce your name? I hope it's not like
Yeah, you're
completely
right.
off. Oh, so how's your day been? You've been so quiet. What are you thinking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, I've been quiet. My connection has been bad, but I can hear you okay now. And yeah, all I can add is, you know, yeah, it's been a real privilege, having one album out, let alone two. I mean, we've got the second album out now. It's still kind of surprising that we have one out. I'm still, impressed by it.
I know you said the music scene, or it's hard being a band in Israel. What is the music scene like down there?
On the more central area, there are a lot of musicians, a lot of bands. There's not a lot of support from the venues here. A lot of venues take advantage of you financially, and it's kind of normalized. People think it's okay. They're just not used to if we play the States or Europe or whatever, we get fucking money, and that's the way it should be,
Right.
And people, people just, they're a bit more supportive. A lot of musicians in a small little industry, and it gets very competitive, and yeah, I don't know. Not a lot of rock and roll.
There's not a lot of rock and roll in Israel?
No.
And it's not like we're talking about millions of dollars. It's like gas money.
Yeah. It's not much different in the US, to be honest.
I think it's like that in a lot.
Yeah, I'm thinking you're
I guess you can find people who take advantage of you anywhere.
And it's not like it was.
Yeah, I mean, I think
day.
No, definitely not. And even in the 80s in LA, they had pay to play, right? Like it was
right.
You had to buy the tickets in advance and sell them yourself, and then the venue just kept that money anyways.
Well, that was the thing. You had to sell the tickets. You're like, you gave the venue money, and they gave you the tickets, and then you went out on the streets like, hey, you want to see us play? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the vicious circle.
That was LA in the late 80s. If you wanted to play the Whiskey, or you wanted to play the Cat House, or you wanted to play anywhere down there, you had to pay to play.
Yeah, and I know it's still like, if you want to tour, get on a big band tour, there's still like, the support fee and blah, 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 pay to play totally exists, but that's like a whole other level to it, that you actually have to do the ticket sales yourself. Of course, that's in the 80s when you didn't have Ticketmaster and online sales, but still kind of nuts.
Yeah, it's totally nuts. Yeah.
So my question is, how did you guys get to the Irish countryside to do this recording kind of stuff?
So Bumblefoot knows the guy that we did recordings with, our Irish friend, Mr. Owen. And yeah, he made the connection, Bumblefoot. It was during the pandemic, so we couldn't make it to the US. Bumblefoot couldn't make it to Israel. So we sort of decided to meet halfway, which turned out great.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Was that your first time in Ireland?
Yeah. Hopefully not the last.
Place.
Did you find being away from Israel and in a whole new environment, especially an environment like Ireland, because my picture is it's quite beautiful. Did you find that to be helpful in the creative process?
Probably. I mean, I don't know. We were on an island, like a beautiful island, recording that album. Great scenery there. And I'd say most of all, it was very comfortable. We had good chemistry with Owen, the tech guy who owned the studio, which was his house also. And with Bumblefoot, just the same sense of humor. I'd say more than everything, that probably had an effect. But the scenery did not did not ruin it as well. I mean,
Yeah, it all got us in the mood for sure.
Oh yeah, I imagine.
Yeah.
So, Loading in Limbo. No Silver Lining was the single we watched, but what do you guys have next? Are you planning on doing the single thing where you release a single every 6 weeks or that kind of thing, or how are you guys going about?
No, it's all out. It's all out there already.
all out there.
We had one single out, and that's it.
What has
We're
been the response to it?
It's been good. It's been good. We got onto a few like playlists, like Spotify editorial playlists, which was cool. You get a decent amount of the exposure from it, and it's exciting. Yeah, but I guess we're still fool enough to believe in the concept of albums. So we didn't
I'm with
do
you.
the,
I 100% agree.
single every, yeah. So it's all out there.
That's great. I'm old school. I believe in that whole, we talk about this a lot on the show, listening to a full album the way you wanted it, made.
Yeah.
As opposed to the singles.
Yeah, one of the previous people we interviewed, Ben from Ocean Horse, had a good point with the whole, like, the single at a time, release every track separately. That then when you've done that and the album comes out, the album is kind of old news, like there's nothing for anybody to sort of latch on to or be excited about, like, holy shit, there's 4 more songs that I had not heard and this is new material to me, thus we're getting kind of stoked over. So, that there's the exposure is probably bigger, but we're kind of old, all the 3 of us. I don't look it, obviously, but the truth.
Me neither.
Shut up! You just said that you look older than Mark Stein, who's 75 years old. Those were your words.
I have
Chris.
no fucking hair. Are you kidding me? I used to have hair like Yoni over here, and now I got nothing. I got nothing.
Yoni's name sounds super dirty, I gotta say. Like, Yoni is the word for vagina, and
Yes.
which I'm sure you're aware of. But your last name also, for me as a Scandinavian, in Swedish, fittan would be not a nice word for the vagina as well.
Oh, so his name is just vagina.
Basically. Basically. So, how does that make you feel, Yoni?
Oh my god.
We're insulting the guest.
Fittan? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, of course. Like, you would have to lose the A, and it actually starts with a F. But in Finnish, it would be vittu, VITTU, and it would mean cunt. That's basically the word.
It means cunt.
Yeah.
Vagina cunt.
Yeah.
So,
Jesus.
We're not there's nothing wrong with the vagina, Chris. We're not take your hands off your face. I did not name this man. It's not my fault.
I'm laughing so hard right now.
I get Groupons all the time for Yoni cleanses.
Oh,
Sorry.
wow.
So
these guys will never come back on the show, that's for sure.
We don't usually make fun of our guests. I'm sorry.
Clearly, there's
it's
clearly things about Bruce we don't know. Like, if that's
right.
That's
my algorithm is so
feeds
fucked.
you.
I get Yoni cleanse Groupon. So
in Hebrew, Yoni it's just the Hebrew way of saying Johnny for us.
Right.
Yanni.
Yeah.
Right.
Yanni.
Yeah.
So we've totally fucking insulted you. We're sorry.
So, but now every time
okay.
I meet somebody named Johnny, I'm gonna think in Finnish through the Israeli translation, it's just vagina.
No, not Johnny. That vittu. The last part is the cunt in Finnish. Yoni is in like, where is it, Hinduism or like in India, I think. In
Yeah,
Indian,
Indian.
yes, it is the vagina. That's what you refer to.
I don't know how
Your
we
lotus
got here.
flower.
So,
If you
anyways,
go to like tantra sex classes, that's what they will call your hoo-hoo, you know? But
and how would you know that?
well,
Oh my.
that's for me to know and for the next guy to find out, you know?
Jesus. So let's bring this back to the Dodies
Look
somehow
at these
because we're
guys, they're
so
fucking
far.
dying.
What's next for you guys?
But I gotta say, like, are you glad now that I didn't ditch the show? Because like I'm in Finland, it's kind of late for me. I gotta go to the office in the morning. So I was about to like, let these guys handle the rest of the interviews on their own. But then I was like, but this band I really liked. I liked that single. Like your music was great. And I was like, and dudes are from Israel. That's like interesting. Like, how is the music scene there? How is it to like make music where you guys are from? And now we're here talking about vagina. So aren't you happy I stayed?
Yeah, that's my new nickname.
I bet you've never had an interview go this way.
All I'm gonna say is this: right now, I bet you're very happy that you're in a duo, because if there was 5 guys in your band, you would never live that down.
True.
Like, that would become your nickname,
Yeah.
which would be very rude,
No.
and you would blame Rena for it, which is
Yeah.
fine.
Now it would
And I
just
would
be
deserve it.
like a dick if I'd use it. Dick, vagina, vagina.
Right, you could just be penis. That could be your name.
Dick, vagina, vagina. Nice.
Penis. Like it makes perfect sense. Like maybe you start another band.
All right, I gotta try and get myself together.
I am gonna piss my pants here, and the publicist that sent you to us will never use this again. I'm sure.
Shauna's never gonna give me anything.
No, Shauna's gonna ixnay us completely after this one.
Anyway,
Oh my
let's
God.
bring it back to the Dodies. What's next for you guys?
What's
Tampon commercial.
next?
Are you planning on taking this on the road?
Well,
yeah.
we're trying to plan a tour in the States. Trying to get that happening in a few months. The prospects are looking better. We've been having issues with like an artist visa going over there. I've got
heard it before.
citizenship, so it's easier for me to get there. But they've been kind of interrogating Ron every time we've been going there, and it's been pretty rough.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard it's pretty rough to get in
Yeah.
the States.
Why?
Horribly rough.
Yeah.
They were thinking Ron is like a terrorist and shit. And,
What?
Really?
Oh yeah.
Out of the two of you, like
Yeah.
it was,
Was it the glasses? Like, what's the deal?
right,
I don't know.
exactly.
Maybe just because I'm a single 20-something man from the Middle East. I don't know, profiling. I don't know.
Weird.
You'd have
Right.
to ask them.
Interesting.
Random.
Maybe it's the beard.
I'm sorry you guys have to go through that.
You should. Do you guys have a lawyer working for you to deal with that stuff?
We do. Yes, we do actually. She's been
Yeah.
helpful.
We're trying to sort it out.
Better.
But I heard a radio show last night about the Kinks, and they had problems getting into the US too.
Oh, really?
After they were already famous, yeah.
Oh yeah, there's
They-
lots of
they
bands that
couldn't
have
get- yeah.
problems. Yeah.
Yeah, they couldn't get the visa thing going on, and so we're in good company, I guess.
I guess. It sucks that that's happening to you, but hopefully we'll get you guys over here sometime soon. What about the rest of the world? Are you able to get
Yeah,
to Europe
man.
at all?
In the next
Yep.
few months, and let us know when you come.
Well, we got to Ireland pretty easily. Actually, it wasn't that hard. It was Ron's got European citizenship.
Oh, okay, cool.
So they interrogated me a bit, but not as bad as it was in the States.
So did you have to go to like the U.S. embassy and they do the interview and then they're like, "Hey, you're a terrorist. Sorry."
Yeah. Well, they actually told Ron some fucked up shit like that. Actually,
Wow.
What?
Oh yeah, pretty funny stories over there.
That was already after we landed in the States. But
Oh, you're kidding.
it just, yeah, I showed them the passport and they started asking me stuff.
Were you able to come in? They turned
Yeah,
you
yeah.
around.
They just took me aside and just asked me if I'm here to work or, to blow myself up.
Jeez.
What?
Stuff like that.
Wow.
Those are the options,
Yeah,
Like,
the two options.
yeah.
That's fucked up, man.
Well, I'm sorry you were treated that way. We're not all like that.
No, we're not.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
We
Because
we
they were
sometimes call people
doing their
vagina,
jobs.
vagina, but we don't,
Hey,
that's
it's dick,
that's as far
vagina,
as we
vagina.
go.
dick, vagina, vagina.
We just give you
Vagina.
genitalia nicknames, and that's
Well,
as far as we go.
I'm so sorry that happened to you, man. That's fucking bullshit. That's terrible.
Yeah, it made me stronger.
There you go.
Yeah, I love that attitude, and you're right. It kind of does, and of course, and it has expanded your comfort zone, and it's like it's that bullshit that when you fight it, you're probably gonna make it worse. That it's a part of growing up is understanding when it's time to pick a battle and when it's time to totally not, and those times are not the times, or at least not the paths to sort of try to change things is not in the situation, it's after and it's before in other ways, and just spreading that information, sharing your experience, and we're glad that you're doing that now.
Yeah, I guess they were trying to scare me and they definitely succeeded at that.
Yeah,
I imagine.
I would imagine so.
Anyway, that
I would have shit in my pants totally.
Oh yeah, I would imagine so.
Thanks for imagining it, but
Hey, no, wait. I don't want to imagine you shitting your pants. Sorry.
I'm so sorry. It's late here. I should bring you bed.
Anyway, that's
I'm
all
not in
I've got.
control.
That's all I've got. Chris, if you want to take over, I'm done. I'm going to shut up.
Okay, so before we leave,
Thanks for talking to
I
us.
would like to say thank you for joining us.
Thanks for putting up with us. I really appreciate it. We went sideways there for a bit, but it makes it
Oh,
fun.
man.
No, it's all good.
That's the
You
point
never
of the
know.
show, bro. Stop apologizing for it. But
That's gonna be the story on that we share on Instagram. I'm gonna record.
There you
this
go.
and,
Please do.
Vagina,
Share it
vagina.
all.
That's we're gonna share that story.
Dick, vagina, vagina.
Vagina,
best
vagina.
name ever. Hey, best of luck, you guys.
This is the
Take care,
episode
my
I'm
friend.
sending. I'm going to send this episode to my mom.
Yeah.
Take care, my friends. I appreciate it. Be well.
Thanks for having us.
Cheers.
Cheers.